Grant, well done. It wasn't easy in the end, but you got the job done eventually.
No, it was. It's a bit heartbreaking, to be honest, when I seen them scoring the goals. But no, I think we showed great character to come back and get the winner later on. No, it was a great run from Tails, good finish. So all in all, good result.
Should you have had it done and dusted long before then, though? Because you had chances actually at 3, didn't you, to go and add to that?
We probably got a little bit complacent at 3-0. But you know, I can't knock the boys. I had a funny feeling deep down inside that we were going to get another goal. I sensed it. You know, I've looked after them this week. I've kept them as fresh as possible for situations probably like that.
You looked frustrated on the touchline when they were passing up those opportunities. You wanted them to be a bit more ruthless, go for the jugular, finish the job.
Yeah, of course, it's when you get chances, you want your team to take them. We've taken the 4 today. Really pleased with them. Some good finishes. Good to see Leon go back on the score sheet. Some great work by Shaq. You know, he's had a little bit of frustration time over the last 3 or 4 weeks, so it's good to see that, and obviously good to see John pop up with a winner at his old club.
Did we see the best of Adil Nabi playing the slightly more advanced position today, did you feel?
I thought Adil was excellent. You seen what he done for Lee's goal. You know, he's a clever player, and to be honest with you, I love clever players, clever footballers, and Adil's one. I just thought I'd take him off and get a little more spark in with John Taylor, just a bit more energy in there. Nothing to do with Adil's performance. I thought he was excellent.
Toffolo was back in today, which raised a few eyebrows. I think that's the first we've seen of him since the 12th of March. The fact that he's your best left back at the club, was that the thinking? Simple as that?
The fact that I want my fullbacks to get forward, and they need to have a little bit of athleticism about them. I think Harry and Michael has that. I thought he done really well throughout the game. Cope with most things that came his way. You know, and obviously it's not hard. It's hard to come straight back in and play, having not played for a while. But you know, I thought he done well.
Yeah, he's been out in the cold a bit, hasn't he? Obviously not featuring, but presumably you'll pick him again next week. He's doing good things for you as far as you're concerned.
Of course, yeah. You know, obviously he's our player until the end of the season. So if I need to use him, I'll use him. Harry done well today, and he'll be definitely in contention again to play next week.
Did you enjoy it out there today on the touchline?
I did it 3-0, but not a 3-0. No, it was a good result for us. You know, I never mentioned the goals to the players. I'll speak to him next week about it, but I'm more happy with the win, really.
Your record's very good though, isn't it? That's 3 games in caretaker charge, 2 wins and a draw, and the 2 wins have been, you know, scoring lots of goals and entertaining, which is the way this club wants to play.
To be honest with you, I just says to the boys in there, I said, this is what happens when you play for Peterborough, and Gabby had a big laugh. You know, it's what Peterborough United's used to. Lots of goals. Might concede a few here and there. Ideally not, but we tend to do over the years, and win the game at the end of it.
You struggled at times in the first half to get a foothold. They came at you, didn't they, a bit? But you stuck to those principles that you just talked about, didn't you? You tried to play your football still throughout.
I asked the players to be brave before the game. Just be brave. There will be times when Shrewsbury have a bit of possession, but you know, if you can't get it back within 6 seconds, get your shape, and you know, we'll break off them. I thought we actually looked good when we got the ball back. There's little periods, probably 20-25 minutes into the game, just before we scored. We kept the ball moving really well, and when you've got 3 good footballers in there like Chris, Leo, Adil, you're always going to do that.
There'll be plenty of fans calling for you to get the job long term. There'll be even more fans calling for you to get the job long term, and even louder now. What do you say to that?
I'm concentrating on next week now. That's it. I concentrated all this week. My focus was on Shrewsbury. My focus is on Blackpool now. That's it. I'll have a chat with the chairman after I speak to you guys, and you know, and that's it. I'm looking forward to the game next week at home against Blackpool. Last game of the season, so it should be a good crowd there.
So you're going to wait really until after then before you sit down and say one way or the other whether you're going to go for it?
I think it's just right. You know, it's the man that Graham's just left his post. It's not right for me to say anything else. You know, I'll speak to the chairman next week.
Yeah. And you'll speak to him, as you say, what, in a couple of hours' time, just have a bit of a debrief?
Yeah, obviously I'll speak to him around about the game and stuff like that. I always do, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And what was the reaction from the players this week to you, Grant? Was everyone bubbly and sort of full of life ahead of this weekend?
They were a bit subdued Sunday, Monday. They came out of the shell a little bit Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they went for it Thursday, Friday in training. So it's been a good week. you know, like I said, I've kept it quite short for them this week. Everything we done was possession based, small sided games and finishing, and that paid off today.
Well, Grant. Thank you.